Hi, everybody. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Ramblin' Deano's Coffee and a Song. Hope you're having a great Friday morning. Mine's been a mixed bag today, but I'm happy you're here. Morning, John. I've got this spaghetti behind me in honor of my continuing technical difficulties. I did not have a chance to address the sync issues that there were with yesterday's broadcast, so I'm sure that will be similar today. But John's referring to my days. The days at the beginning of of the last two broadcasts is due to the fact that I press the go live button and I don't get any indication that I'm actually live until 5 seconds after that. So I'm sitting there waiting for the computer to tell me that I'm actually live, and apparently I'm live earlier than I realize that I am, because you all get to see me stare at the computer for 5 seconds. But yeah, I've got this tangled mess of spaghetti of wires behind me because in my continuing technical woes saga this morning, for some reason my audio mixer was creating a huge buzzing sound, and I still have no idea what was causing it, but I had to completely recreate every manner in which the mixer was attached to the computer in order to get rid of it. I finally figured that out at about 15 minutes before I'm supposed to be on the air, so that was a little stressful. And good news is it was a bright sunny day, so it seems like the only thing that my green screen software consistently can't figure out is my hair. I don't know if maybe there's a tinge of green to my hair that I'm unaware of, and it just has trouble distinguishing between my hair and the screen, or maybe my hair is such a bland color that no matter what color the background is, the software can't figure out that the edges of my hair are not part of the background. I don't know. I may have some time this weekend to work on that, but in other news regarding the show, I'm at yet another crossroads where I'm a bit perplexed as to how I'm going to continue with this. Suddenly, my work with my father, we're kind of overwhelmed with work. We work out of his home, and so he's got a 2-car garage that we work out of. It's a fairly sizable one, but we've got about 5 cars there right now that all need work, with another one being delivered on Monday. So he's feeling a bit stacked up, and me working 25, 30 hours a week probably isn't going to do much to get the backlog taken care of. So I'll make some sort of announcement as to what's going to happen with this thing in regards to that, because I don't think I can work 40 to 50 hours a week and still maintain this schedule of doing this morning show. I'll need to start earlier if that's the case. But this is all very recent news. Just as of last night, he told me he was feeling a little freaked out about having such a backlog. So I immediately offered to work more hours than I have been. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, it's George Jones Friday, and one of the beauties of doing this George Jones thing is that George has done so many songs that other people did, that I don't feel caged in by only songs that George Jones made famous, or that he had the only significant recording of. So this song is called Sweeter Than the Flowers, and it's been recorded by quite a number of people over the years. There's a cool website, I can't recall the exact name of it, but it's but it's something. But if you look up certain songs, it'll list what they know of in terms of all the different people who've recorded a version of it. And so this one, according to that website, was first recorded by Moon Mullican in 1947. And this makes sense that it would sort of enter the George Jones song vocabulary, because Moon Mullican was another East Texas guy that played a lot in the blood bucket honky tonks that George kind of cut his teeth in when he was young. And Moon Mullican was a little bit earlier generation than George, so it would make sense that George would be familiar with this from Moon's recorded output. But it was recorded by a lot of people over the years. Kitty Wells in 1953, the Stanley Brothers in 1960, and many others, some more recent than that. In the 80s, Johnny Cash and I want to say Johnny Cash and Chris Christopherson did a version of it, maybe. I don't know. He and one of his buddies. But this fits into a very traditional subgenre of country music subject matter, which can be summed up as, it's really sad that Mom is dead. So this really goes back to kind of Appalachian music. There's lots of Appalachian and old-timey music, and then of course bluegrass music. That tons and tons of songs that are about what a drag it is that Mom just died, or that Mom is no longer with us, kind of thing. And so this one, I guess I'll dedicate this one to my mom, who's no longer with us. And let me get Facebook off the screen here that I'm looking at, and get my lyrics up here. This is already an improvement over yesterday. If you remember, I kept staring down at my laptop, which is sitting in front of me here. I've got a long enough cord to hook this up to a big monitor, so I can look at you, the audience, and stare at my lyrics again. But all right, so Sweeter Than the Flowers. So George's version, unfortunately, in my opinion, is a duet that he did with Gene Pitney, and Gene Pitney was on United Artists Records at the same time as George was, so they did an album, at least one album of duets together. And I'm not a huge fan of Gene Pitney's voice, especially in country music, in singing country music. But they must have got along well, because or the label was forcing them to do this. I'm not sure who thought it was a good idea. I'm not one of the people who thinks it was a good idea. But all right. So if you want to check out the song, maybe you'd be better off checking out the Stanley Brothers version of it, which is really, really nice. It's just Ralph and Carter, no backing band, so it's just acoustic guitar and banjo, and it's a really pretty version. So, Sweeter Than the Flowers. Just as far as I can remember, she'll remain the rose of my heart. Mama fell sick along in December. February brought us broken hearts. The reason we've not called a family reunion, we knew that she wouldn't be there. But now that we've thought it all over, Mama, we know your spirit is here. But oh no, I can't forget the hours. You're the only one, and sweeter than the flowers. Oh no, there's no use to bother to speak of you now. Would only hurt father. Oh no, Mama, we'll never forget you, and someday we'll meet you up there. had to look after Dad. Oh no, Mother, when I passed your casket, I didn't want to remember you dead. We all gathered around and I stared at their faces. All heads were bowed mighty low. But this was one time we all had to face it, though it hurt us so badly, you know. And oh no, I can't forget the hours. You're the only one, and sweeter than the flowers. Oh no, there's no use to bother to speak of you now. Would only hurt Father. Oh no, Mama, we'll never forget you, and someday we'll meet you up there. Oh no, I can't forget the hours. You're the only one, and sweeter than the flowers. Oh no, there's no use to bother to speak of you now. Would only hurt Father. Oh no, Mama, we'll never forget you, and someday we'll meet you up there. Oh, more chipper morning tunes for you, folks. Songs of death and sadness to start out your weekend in a wonderful fashion. Hey, thank you for joining me here as always, and I will provide you with an update of what the future schedule is going to look like once I figure it out. I really enjoy this, and if there's any way I can keep it going and still, increase my hours at work dramatically, I will certainly do that. But my thought is that it may perhaps turn into a weekend show, which I was kind of toying with in the past anyway. Maybe a Saturday morning show that's half an hour or something like that, and I perform 5 or 6 songs rather than the one per day that I do Monday through Friday. We'll see. I'll let y'all know. As always, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, stay home if you can. I love y'all, and I will see you back in this space at some time soon. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.